Aries, welcome to your in-depth reading for yours and theirs. I hope you're well. I hope you're fabulous. Let's jump on into it, yeah? Show me what I need to see, please, for Aries. Show me Aries in their person, please. Show me Aries in their person. What's going on? Show me Aries in their person, please. What's going on for Aries? What's going on, please? Take what resonates, leave what does not. Reverse energies as it applies, more so with yours and theirs. Cross watchers, same. For your side, Queen of Swords, King of Cups, Page of Wands. I don't know. I don't know what you're doing, but it's all right. Strong mind, strong heart. What you're opening yourself up towards with the Page of Wands, I don't know. But it looks good. I do. It looks good to me. I like it. Strong mind, strong heart. Good convictions. Strength of heart. Acting from the heart, thinking from the heart, feeling from the heart. They're working together as they should. And Page of Wands, I don't know what you're opening yourself up to, but you seem to be a little curious. You seem to be a little bit excited. I don't know if you're responding to someone or if you're putting yourself out there in some way. I could not say. But you seem to be happy as a clam right there. What's going on? Three of Wands, Nine of Pentacles. Yes. Okay. Well, it's kind of like, well, how can I put this? It's almost like this person saying, I'm waiting for Aries, and they have so long, and time's running out. Okay, I don't quite know how to put that. I mean, you should never wait ever, first of all. You either want to wait out of a sense of independence, which you should be. Nine of Pentacles is because you know it might be worth it or because you have reason to. But it is kind of like I'm waiting for Aries so long and then time's up. And that might be the case. They might generally feel that way. But they're waiting and looking at you, and they say time is money. I'm only going to wait so long. I don't know. Shared. If there is any, Six of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. You know, perhaps this person is best utilized in your life as a friend. I could see that you two balanced once upon a time. And they're saying they balanced with you as a friend. And you might be saying the same. We'll see upon clarification what that friendship looks like. But it was done so out of one's comfort zone. There was repetition here. Okay. Very surface, easy to understand repetition of energies. When we connected, we connected. That's it. It felt comfortable. Somebody was in their comfort zone. That Queen of Pentacles, they're saying this feels good for me. Right? That's it. That's all anybody I got there saying. We got cooperation here. We're on the same page, but somebody is distinctly saying with that Queen of Pentacles, this felt right to me. This is how we balance. And I feel good about it. See? We want the same thing. We're on the same page. We're cooperating. We're friends. Okay. So some time passed like that. That's time. Where there was a really, what looks like on the surface, very basic exchange. I exchange, you exchange. I exchange, you exchange. And it was done so in a basic functioning way. Three of Pentacles, this is springboard energy. We start here, see where it goes. You know? The idea is it could be friendship or it could be something more. You don't know until you try. And this person, see, I tried repeatedly, over and over, in the same way. And it was good for me. So in that respect, perhaps it was best as a working construct, collaboration, friendship, if that's all it meant. You know, this is good for me. So I don't know who's telling me that. I could tell you both balanced, and I could tell you both contributed, and you both cooperated, got along. Probably have a lot of little things in common. But one person's insisting this is my comfort zone. This works for me. It's gone like this. It's always gone on like this. That's it. Something like that. Oh, overview, judgment. Ooh. What's up? Okie dokie. What's going on, please? Show me judgment. Judgment, please, for Aries. Show me judgment, please, for Aries. Show me judgment, please, for Aries. Show me judgment, please. Show me judgment. What's going on? And speaking of time, it should not get to that point, but just in case I run into time conflict and I have to go pick my daughter up from school, in which case you will see a break and then it will pick right back up where it left off. Okay, I don't think, I mean, it shouldn't be that bad, but, you know, it could be. Okay, Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, the Knight of Swords. Wow, there's that Queen of Pentacles again. You could have some Earth in your chart, don't get me wrong. But somebody here has been given an assignment. They've been given a spiritual assignment to understand their love and act on it. It's really simple, like super simple. It's like super simple. It's like the simplest homework you could be given from the universe. I mean, I was expecting to see some really complicated shit, and maybe I still will. Hi, if you're new to my channel, my name is Christina. I'm a little different, happy to be so. If swearing offends you, yikes. Channel may not be a good fit for you, but I promise you, despite all that, my sense of humor and my swearing, I am sincere. And if you respect real tarot, then my channel might be a good fit for you. Okay? All right. Judgment. It is under somebody's judgment, presentation, lessons to understand a very, very simple construct. You have feelings, act on them. Explore them. Speak. So the Knight of Swords isn't just action, which is what he's most known for. It's also speak. Sword is still communication. We communicate through words, we communicate through action. He represents both. The exploration of one's feelings. Seven of Cups. Getting in there, exploring them, because we feel it, we want to. It's a natural, easy thing. I feel something in there and I want to explore it. And whoever this Queen of Pentacles person is who is here twice, it was under their judgment to kind of say what they feel and act on it. Just explore it. You're supposed to. Something here feels right. You're being called to open up to love. Very simple marching orders from the universe. Very super simple. So, why here? What's with the death threat? You know, what's with the death threat? Well, Aries has so long to come back around here and be a friend with me again, or you know, it's over. And then I got this Queen of Pentacles over here saying, "This is good. I don't need more than this. This is fine. This is good for me." So guess again who's the assignment. I'm already pegging that too. Whoever said in this energetic exchange, this is good for me and I don't need it to be any more than this, that's the one who was given the assignment to say, speak and explore your feelings. It's here for a reason. Fascinating. Energy's so simple on the surface, but so tight. So restrictive. Okay. Right. Show me that Queen of Swords, please. It's interesting. It's supposed to be your overview, but judgment. Queen of Pentacles. I'm just not convinced it's you, honey. I don't know. Could be. Sure. It could apply a little bit to the both of you. Why not? Show me that Queen of Swords, please. Show me that Queen of Swords. What's on your mind? What you thinking about? Show me that Queen of Swords, please. Well, that's a death threat. You better show up. You got a limited time offer, my friend. Or we're not friends anymore. Show me that Queen of Swords, please. King of Cups. Huge heart, Ace of Cups, full heart, Knights of Wands. Look at you. Isn't that glorious? You have some very strong knowledge that exists within you. This is not an overnight thing. You've known this for the better part of your life. The Aries I'm looking at, you don't question your heart. You don't question your... You just don't. You have passion, natural energy. You have a full Ace of Cup, your best heart, your best intention. You literally use your passion to drive you through what you feel. Okay? What you feel is what you do. What you do is what you feel. If you didn't feel anything about it, you wouldn't give a damn and you wouldn't try. You know this. You don't question it. You so don't question it. It's not even funny. You're like, I know this, Christina. Fast forward. I know this. It's such a strong marker to the Aries I'm looking at. You are so succinct with your actions and your feelings. They are one and the same. You would literally tell me, I do what I feel what I do. I don't question it, I never have. Whoo! I like that. I respect it. I understand it too. I do. Speaking of which, you might have some Scorpio in your chart. I do. I respect this a great deal. I feel a lot. I don't apologize for it. I know my heart. I know it very well. And I act literally through my heart. And my heart reflects my passions. In other words, I don't do shit unless I feel something about it. Strongly. You're letting me know that right now. And you're like, and I know it. You know it. So you act through the heart. Oh my goodness. And you knew... You were putting that energy out there at some point to somebody. Your King of Cups is here twice. So again, you might have some very strong Scorpio in your chart. Show me that King of Cups, please. So unapologetic, bold as brass, but with the fullness of your heart and your energy to back it up and the wisdom to know the difference. So again, nice. I don't think, I'm just going to say it right now. This might be premature, but given that energy, I don't think you were looking for friendship, right? I'm going to go ahead and take a guess. Show me that King of Cups, please. I don't know. Let's take a look. Show me that King of Cups, please. Look at that. Who wouldn't fall for that? Who wouldn't be attracted to that? And it's like that Aries means what they say. Yeah. Yeah, that one does. Whoo. Look at you. Look at you. Show me that King of Cups, please. Now, it was healthily oriented. You know yourself very well. Let's fast forward a little bit. What happened to your heart? Page of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Ten of Wands. You're showing me a grievance in your heart that something became unbearable. And in that understanding that what you were feeling for somebody became unbearable, you stopped investing in it. And you had to heal yourself to this very simple fact. Your Hermit is here. It's active. And it's something that took you a while to acclimate to. But once you understood the natural flow, which again, you were very honest about, when my King of Cups is activated, it's coming from the heart, my best intentions, and I don't fuck around with that. I know my energy, I know me. I know what I'm like, is what you're saying. And I don't apologize. Then we fast forward a little bit, we got your King of Cups here, sad. And he is strained, and he is upset. There's too much burden in the natural place where your heart used to express itself quite well. You're showing me an active construct in healing it. It's important to you. You want this strain out of your heart. It hurts. It hurts a great deal. You're finding it, or you found it, increasingly hard to keep your heart open towards someone. Is the long and short of it. And that's what you're healing yourself to with the Hermit. I believe you tried to keep your heart open towards someone as long as you could. Until it became very strenuous. And you might still be trying still, honey. I don't know. Let's check it out. Show me that Page of Wands, please. Show me that Page of Wands. Show me that Page of Wands, please. You know, that King of Cups, bless him, as strong as he is in the heart, he has his limits. He has his limits. He can only understand so much. He can only love so much. And he can only show people so much empathy and sympathy before he himself is exhausted. If the King of Cups is not replenished, because again, he has a cup, the cups have to be replenished. And then what happens? Your heart becomes dry if no one's refilling your cup. It became increasingly difficult to keep your heart open. And that's something you had to heal yourself to, recognizing it and investing in that simple truth. Show me that Page of Wands, please. Nine of Wands, restrictions, intuition, the Nine of Swords. Your intuition is telling you that your energy is not available right now. It's not. There's too much stress in there. There's way too much strain. I believe your intuition. You are always going to be the best judge of where your heart is at. And you're saying, my intuition is telling me to not engage. The Page of Wands is active engagement. And for somebody who knows their heart and their feelings as well as you do and as you say you do, if you're saying there's too much conflict within me, I cannot show this thing, this person, love. It stresses me out. It is way too hard. I think about it too much. I feel for it too strongly. And I fight for it too hard. In other words, it runs contrary to everything I know. Yes, it does run contrary to everything you know. Do you see where you started and you see where you ended up? Pain. Whatever this is, it does run contrary to everything you know. And you're saying your energy is not available to play. It's not available to love. It's not available to show this person passion. You feel it intuitively, and that's why your energy got shrunk to a Page of Wands. There's too much stress. Way too much stress. And you're healing, in other words. Intuitively, you feel like you're not meant to interact with this person, or possibly in the general sense, emotionally at this time. Yeah. So to say that you are feeling non-active with whatever this is, yeah, that's an understatement. So no wonder they kind of put you under a death watch. I'm going to wait for you so long, Aries, to get your shit together and come back around. Then over. I wonder what your time limit is. Days, weeks, months? It's very interesting. That's interesting. But yeah, no, you're not in a position to, nor should you. You know you shouldn't be pushing yourself right now other than any sort of respect that does not pertain to your own sense of healing. That's interesting. And your own sense of direction. I see where you started. Do you see where you are? No, I agree with you. You should not be engaging with anyone at the emotional level. Not like that. Not right now. No, absolutely not. Your intuition's telling you the same, so abide by it. Abide by it. 100%. If you feel like you're not in a position to give anymore, and you're probably not going to receive anymore, you have your answer. So I might try to push past this and see if I can see more for you, but for right now, that's where the energy needs to rest. So do you. You know it intuitively. Okay, let's see this person, please. Show me that Three of Wands. Show me that Three of Wands. Show me that Three of Wands, please. Show me that Three of Wands. Show me that Three of Wands. Show me that Three of Wands, please. This is not long-term. This is the immediate upfront attached to the consequence of this. In other words, you're healing and you've been healing, and intuitively you feel you need to stay that way and not really engage like that. Okay, with this or anyone. Yeah, so that's why I might push it further, because I'm not saying long-term. I'm saying short-term. Show me that Three of Wands, please. Five of Swords. Somebody's being deceptive. Possibly. Okay. Show me that Three of Wands, please. Ten of Swords. Queen of Wands. Eight of Pentacles. They're saying, yeah, you hurt me. And I'm looking at you, Aries. I'm looking at you. You are responsible. This is the kind of stuff I hate to see. When somebody else says, you are responsible for my pain, like they didn't play a part in it. That does not sit well. It does not suit. To this person's credit, they're saying they are willing to work things out with you. But remember, that's a limited time deal. It seems to me if they actually cared about you at all or called you a friend, that condition wouldn't exist. Real love has no conditions. Real love says, okay, I see how I fucked up. And maybe you fucked up too, so maybe we can put our fucked ups together and work some shit out. They're saying, you hurt me, but I'm willing to work through it. Well, that's generous. But it makes me wonder if they understand their side of things. I don't like the conditions this person has around their energies that says, you know, we can work things out so long as it's on my terms. And I'm already seeing that right fucking here. For somebody who you blasted that level of strength of will and natural love and energy towards this person, that's pretty fucking ungracious. Sorry. Do you see how beautiful your energy was towards this person at the opening? I'm determined. I know my heart. I know where it's coming from. It's coming from a good place. I got the energy to back it up. Not only do I have strong feelings for you, I have passion too. That's me. That's what's up. And now they're saying, Je accuse, Aries. I accuse you, Aries, of hurting me. But I'm willing to work through it. I'm waiting. Okay, I need to see more of what this person's really... I need to push past this attitude. This stubbornness. My terms, right? My terms, my conditions. My way, my highway. It low-key feels like that. I'm just waiting for the Emperor to pop out at this point. Or the Devil. Try to control shit. Okay. Some of that Nine of Pentacles, please. Somebody said that right here. It's my comfort zone. This is good for me. Not necessarily you. I'm not asking you your opinion. But according to my energy, this is good. Right. Some of that Nine of Pentacles, please. That sucks, man. Nine of Pentacles is one of my top favorite cards in tarot. But yeah, it can run negative. All cards have pros and cons. The insistence that I know what's best, right? And that comes from years of experience. Nine of Pentacles, when we use it for the negative, insists that we know better. It says that we have experience, and that's why things are cultivated a certain way, and I'm not really willing to change my practices or be flexible for you necessarily, because again, I know it works for me. So Nine of Pentacles is typically lovely, independent energy, right? It does work for me. I have a very active, fruitful garden to prove it, yeah? But it can also lend to, for that very reason, a false sense of expectations, and I know how to cultivate things. Really? Because if they knew how to cultivate things with you, based on experience, would it have gotten to this point? So again, I see they have no problem consulting themselves about what works best for them. They weren't necessarily asking that about what does Aries want, or think, or feel, or experience. Was I being flexible with Aries? Nope. Motherfucker. That, god dang it. Do I call it or do I call it? Seriously. There's a reason. Sorry. Even I'm like, it's weird. Like when, because it's weird, but it's not weird. When I precede myself like that and then I see it backed up, I'm like, god dang it, I called it. And I don't want to, honey. I don't want to. I don't want to call it like that. But when I see it so blatantly detailed to what I was just saying, I got the hint of it. I'm getting more hints of it. Oh, there it is. Inflexible. My way. I won't see it any other way. The balance, this fucking knew it was them. That means that's them too. God dang it. The balance works for me. You work around me. This is my schedule of operations. This is how I do shit. I say what, when, where, why. And if I need to change it, that's at my convenience. Because it works for me. They keep saying that. It works for me. And if you don't ship up and fly right by me, you're out of here, Buster. I'm not going to wait on you anymore. You know, that's when my Aries kicks in and kind of tips that level of just a little bit. Oh boy. Because let me tell you something. Any kind of ship, partnership, friendship, relationship. Okay. If it well and truly is, it's reciprocal. It's fair. This person's idea of fair is doing shit on their time at their convenience. And they don't say shit about their feelings, by the way. Why they even try to connect with you at all, I just know that it works on their dime, not yours. And that's why you're fucking exhausted. And that's why your cup does not feel replenished. You don't feel like you're cared for by this person, in which case I don't fucking blame you. Look at the energy you blasted at this person. And look what you got for it. A bunch of exhaustion, mental confusion. I try to keep my heart open and flexible for you. What are you doing? It's my way or nothing at all. Or I'll see you again then if you can't do it this time at my time. What the hell? That's why you're exhausted. Trying to keep your heart open, and increasingly difficult. It's getting difficult. You know that fabulous energy I had towards them, Christina, at the beginning? It's getting really hard to keep my heart open towards this person. Why? Because they don't give you anything in return. It's so inflexible. Oh, they're still waiting, begrudgingly so. Okay. And it needs to work for me. I know they know it works for them. It doesn't mean it's right. It doesn't mean it's fair. It's inflexible as hell. And it says it has to be this way. It's my comfort zone. Why do they connect with you at all? Have they ever stopped and think about that? I don't know why I'm saying this. No, well, it directly ties back to this person. Motherfucker. Oh, I told you. I strongly suspected. I'm not convinced that that's you. Look at how you opened. You have no problem expressing your heart, exploring it, and having the conviction and energy to back it up. You also say, I know my mind. This is not an issue for me. So how could that have been you? It's the simplest of lessons right here. It's safe to explore your heart. You don't have to be so fucking rigid. And you can actually express yourself and act on it. You don't have to be so uptight. You can leave your comfort zone. It is possible. It's a fundamental lesson, and it's a super basic one. Over judgment. Okay. Show me death, please. This isn't linear, not anymore. It's looking like it's after the fact. Sometimes they're not linear, especially if there's non-activity. Then it kind of jumps around to different points of reference, which is exactly what this is. It can kind of drive me nuts because it's easier for me to explain things to you when they're linear. But when it's after the fact or the complications are strung out over long periods of time, it can jump all over the place. Show me death, please. I do know that. You've been given official notice. You don't come back around at a reasonable time, mind you, on my time. When it's convenient for me, whatever the fuck that means. Over. Yeah. They just exude warmth, flexibility, and unconditional love, don't they? Death, 6 of Cups. Told you, it's over. It's over. Fucking whatever our connection is, it's over. The Fool. The World. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. They're giving you a double threat. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Let them go. How someone treats you is how they feel about you. And this person acts like they can shuffle you around at their convenience. Okay? Meet me at my time and expectations under the conditions of whatever the hell those are, and I might see that over here. It looks pretty straightforward, but all they had insisted at this whole point is that it's comfortable for me. And I can't change that. It has to be like this. If this person is putting so much conditions and restrictions on this connection, whatever the hell this is, I can tell you two have known each other a long time. Are they worth someone keeping around? Struggling so hard to keep your heart open for them when they honestly, legit honestly, Aries honey, they cannot say the same. Not only can they not say the same, they remarkably cannot say the same. Keeping their heart open towards you, understanding things from your perspective, your points of view. They're so far off that fucking scale, it's not even funny. Did they ever stop and think how you perceive them? You know what this is? They took that good feeling of yours for granted. And so I'm going to take that and run with it. When you take somebody's feelings and good intentions for granted, you're going to treat them like this. Well, you feel so much for me, so I know I can probably get from you what I need to get from you. And that's it. I have the expectations in place. I don't need to do anything else. Look at how much you were opening with. Did they never stop and think that they had to give something back to you in order to keep you around? What, do they think that love was just going to come out of thin fucking air? I don't get it. The arrogance is off the charts. The ego, man. I don't know if it's narcissism, but this person has a really blunt point of view. My dime, my time, my way or the highway. You know? They immediately open up with an accusation saying they're willing to work on it, but for a limited time only. Let them. You don't need that kind of stress. You don't need that kind of stress. You're already stressed out. You were exhausted keeping your heart open and flexible towards this person. And what did they do? They shoved you around. They scheduled you. They dropped you. They pick you back up when they needed to. That's it. That's all I'm saying. They say they can't change. They don't want to change. And when you tried to be flexible, they just took it for granted. Instead of saying, I should give some of that flexibility back to Aries now and kind of do something that they want to do or change things up a bit. Fuck no. It's my time, bitch. That's what they said. Yeah, it may not have been like that, but honey, the unwillingness to change, to think differently, to act differently, to get outside their fucking precious comfort zone, to actually, God forbid, put on a pair of eyeballs that aren't theirs and see things from your point of view, how exhausting they are, how frustrating they are, how come and go, touch and go they are. And that's touch and go energy. It's like, I'll connect when it's right for me, when it's convenient for me. Is that how you want to be treated? How someone treats you is how they feel about you. And if they're treating you like luggage, and it looks like they are, I'm going to put you down here, Aries, okay? And when I come back around, I expect you to still be there. And when I come pick you up next, we're going to go over here like we always do. And that's not going to change. And then when I'm done with you, you can go on back to your space. I'm not going to take you back. You can go back over there by yourself. And when I come back again, whenever the fuck that is, but it's at my convenience, I still expect you to be there. With the same level of love and intensity and passion that was always there, and I personally take for granted because it's convenient for me. I still expect you to show up with that level of energy. And I've done nothing to earn it. There, I said it. What did they do to deserve this? What did they do to earn this, honey? They took it for granted, that's for certain. And every time they turn back around to pick you up, play with you, I don't know, interact with you, they expect you to be in the same place you always were. That is taking... Do you see how powerful your energy and emotions were compared to theirs? And they immediately open up with an accusation. You hurt me, but I'm willing to work with you. Oh, I don't do well with conditions. Nobody should. You're going to play ultimatums, you're going to lose. They want to play ultimatums. Let them. What are you losing exactly? Other than their fussiness and their bullshit and their excuses and this is my way. I'm not going to give you anything in return. Nowhere near what you can, but I still expect to get it from you. Again, at my convenience. You don't want to change? You don't want to do something different? You don't want to be someone different? You don't want to experience me differently? It sounds to me like you don't give a shit about me, or more importantly, how I see you. If you don't care about how I see you, boy, you got bigger problems. Because how I see you over time ain't good. You stress me out more than you give me anything else. You treat me like an afterthought. You're wearing my heart down. Fuck you. That's what you get when you treat people like objects like that. When you realize that, honey, when you realize that they don't care to check in with you to see how you perceive them or what they look like in your eyes. Someone who is so incapable of change, so incapable of flexibility. No wonder the universe gave them a super simple assignment. They're not good at it. It looks like an assignment they've been fumbling all their life. It's okay to soften the fuck up. It's okay to explore your feelings. It's okay to speak on them. It's okay to act on them. It's okay to have an exchange about feelings. Did you know you could do that? The rigidity, the conformity, but the expectation of you to conform, it's so odd. Look at this fucking ultimatum. Death. Told you, you're on a death watch, honey, according to them. I say make good on it. If they cared about you at all, if they had any sort of love for you at all, it would be unconditional. But as it were, if they had any feelings for you, I don't know what they are. Because if they cared about you at all, they would be concerned with how you saw them, the inconsistency, the flakiness, the inability to change even when they did entertain you or whatever the fuck they were doing. I don't know, but I do know you two known each other a long time, and they said, I'm open up to this shit. I'm gonna close this. I'm not going to be open up towards it anymore unless Aries comes back around, and even then, I will end it if it doesn't come back. Oh, I thought I got pissed off at Capricorn's reading. Oh my. Okay. The most I can accuse you of is that you gave way too much emotions to someone who had no proof that they earned it. And they took it for granted. Every time they put you down, they expect you to be in the same fucking place when they picked you back up again. And whenever you two connected, they said, this is what I expect. This is otherwise lovely when you're getting to know somebody and you're starting to feel secure, but this is over time. This is a time lapse. Okay, show me the Six of Pentacles, please. Yeah, if somebody acts like they can just whatever with you, trust me, treats you like an inconvenience, it's my way, it's best. It's best. They got shit they need to learn that has nothing to do with you. And if this is the consequences of what they must learn, then that's what they must learn. If they need to fall on their ass by losing a connection that by all rights is supposed to be important to them, a soul bond, then that's what they need to learn. There's a reason you're exhausted, and don't you ever fucking forget it. Okay? I see you being flexible in your heart to the point of pain. You're tapped out, honey. You're tapped the fuck out. Honor that energy. Let it settle. Even your intuition tells you no. 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 They will just keep draining you, not giving to you, not working with you, not really. Not in the... Can you be constructive with this person? Yeah, you've already proven it. I mean in the way that counts. I'm sure you two work together fabulously. That's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about that, and we both know it. And if they don't know that, then they're a bigger fool than they're letting on. Because let me tell you something. That's ridiculous. You know? They say you got a limited time. Take them up on it. What did they give you? Other than a bunch of runaround stress. King of Pentacles. Fucking Taurus is all over this, aren't they? King of Pentacles. And there's your King of Cups. Here's The irony, okay? As you two were going your little exchange, heavy earth here, very inflexible. That's not a knock on earth, but this person is so tied to their comfort zone. I can't go outside my changes. I can't go outside my changes. I can't go outside my... This, all cards have pros and cons. King of Cups has cons too, just like the etc. So I'm telling you, there was Six of Pentacles. When you... This is why they hung out, by the way. This is why they insisted on connecting with you. They insisted on connecting with you, so long as it was at their convenience. Lest we forget. Why we did the old toss? Because it felt good. Huh? You don't say. Your love energy, literally right fucking here. You'd have to be a moron to miss it. Your ever-present love energy that was here from card 1 for this person. Card 2, 3, whatever. The point, it was always legit. They didn't have to do dick to earn your feelings. You already were meeting them literally with an open heart. They didn't have to earn your feelings at all, and that was problem 1. They had to do nothing to earn it. So of course they took it for granted. Right? And what happens, as we said, when that cup don't get replenished? It gets exhausted. You are exhausted by this person. Their expectations of what they expected from you and how rigid and how tight it was, and they gave you nothing in return other than occasionally connecting in the weirdest fragmented way. I don't understand it, but I can tell you what, when they put you down, they put you down, and when they picked you up, they picked you up. On some sort of weird schedule, only they understand. It felt right. This person's higher self, their real higher self, not the uptight asshole that's rigid and can't change. Their higher self felt the connectivity was correct. That's why they balanced. I said, why the fuck is this person balancing with you? They have so little regard about how you perceive them and how inconsistent. Ironically, the more this person insisted upon stabilization, they actually became increasingly insecure in their activities. The irony. The stronger we feel we have to control something is when you actually have the least control of it. That's how that works. Real responsibility, real stability suggests I actually have a lot of myself under control, but I cannot control everything. And this person's need to control everything, they lost everything. Particularly their feelings. But ultimately, whatever this soul bond is to you, both. There's the higher self saying, recognize the heart, whoever this is. Recognize the heart that's in it. You were meant to explore it, not schedule it to death. Try to control it. You were supposed to feel it naturally. That's why you were called to it. That's why you were compelled to connect with it. Figure it out. Jesus. All right, Queen of Pentacles. Oh, there I look. We gotta wrap this up. I thought I hit a weird note with Capricorns. I got pissed there too. Also, the Hierophant popping up saying, "Oh no, it's just that. It's just hot. It's just hot. That's all it is." And now, using that same jurisdiction of I know better, I have control. I say how this goes, to the point of sacrificing their connection with you, which was honest and good, and you genuinely love this person. Say it for what it is. You can argue with me. I'm going to call you a liar. You love this person. And you did so with strength of heart. Again, the conviction of knowing it and the passion to back it up. This person had access to some of the best parts of you, and look what they fucking did with it. I'm sorry. I try not to be, I really don't. I really try not to be one of those tarot readers like, oh, fuck them, it's all their fault. But Jesus, when something's this mishandled, I gotta call a spade a spade. I know they have their reasons, but the control thing is weird, man. It's off. It's weird. It's weird, and the expectations are equally weird. It's like this person has feelings and they don't want to admit it. So if they control themselves, they don't have to deal with the feelings. So they'll say, it's your problem, Aries. You have to say how this goes. I don't. Fuck that. So I'm like Queen of Pentacles here. I'm like you. I'm passionate. I come in with a full heart because I know what I'm doing, right? So I don't just do this for work. Okay? This is my passion. This is what I do. And if I'm saying a bunch of bullshit, I gotta tell you, I don't like doing that. It's them. It's them. I don't, but fuck. This person has a very simple job, once more. Super simple. And it seems like the easiest jobs they have are the ones they surrender to the least. This person's sole responsibility as the Queen of Pentacles, twice, Queen of Pentacles, is to understand what makes them happy. Actually happy. Not what they can get from it, not how they can control it, not how it contributes to their lives at their level of perceived necessary, but how it actually impacts them in the long term. To explore happiness. And this is once more another example of a neglected assignment. It's taken a minute. And I don't know if we can ever stop confusing comfort zone and control with comfort zone and happiness. They are not the same thing. In that respect of shared, yes, I see you focusing on what matters most, trying to heal, intuition, understanding that your heart's exhausted, and that's why it's not up to keep contributing endlessly to something that doesn't seem to have any regard for it. And if they do have regard for you, honey, they failed fantastically to show it or demonstrate it. Again, one of the lessons. Say, I feel a lot for this, and it means a lot to me. I don't want to lose it. Maybe I should open up more to you and not try to close you off so much. Or force you into a particular pattern that might work for me but doesn't work for you. But I also assume that this pattern works for me, that it's not necessarily good for me. But because it doesn't exceed or challenge my comfort zone, I'm assuming it's good for me. So much resistance. Okay, show me that Three of Pentacles, please. Focus on yourself, please. This person took way too much focus off of what you naturally feel and how you naturally express it. It puts you in a bad space of being exhausted. And it puts you in a really weird headspace that says, I don't know what to think about any of this. Yeah, well, I can see why. I can see why they connected to you and what more or less the impression their energy had with you, that it was normal, natural, and healthy, versus the one that they insisted they needed in the real world, which was not healthy at all. There's a lesson in all things. Right now, you're just recovering and being quiet and trying to keep your heart space open, at least for yourself at this point. Because let's call it, they hurt you. They hurt you. They hurt you. They hurt you. And the thing is, the worst crime of all, honey, is that they don't see it. They don't see it. They say, you owe me, you come back around to me, and if you don't, I'm going to officially end it. Let them. If they need to fall on their ass, then let them fall on their ass. It's looking like they're overdue for that anyway. I don't mean to be so harsh, but the fact that there's so many conditions on this person's energy, it's ridiculous. I mean, there's a reason you stopped cooperating. I bet you were very cooperative. You took it for granted. Did they really think that this just was going to perpetuate forever? Without them having to do a fucking thing to earn it? To give back to it? Did they really not see this connection through your eyes? Because I know you saw it through theirs, and that's why you stopped it. They act like they don't give a shit, so you finally believe them. Actions. Oh, guess what? Someone wants to manifest the love back. Okay. That's believable if someone can prove it. I see spiritually the higher lesson in this, the one that they are so resistant to learning. You had your own lesson in here too. I'm going to go ahead and take a guess that you gave someone a great deal of emotional everything without them having to earn it, and they must have known that. You cut the supply off at some point. It's just so tired, honey. It's like you can't even be bothered. It's like you just stopped. I mean, I see you, heart activity, heart activity, heart activity, and then you're, I can't. I just can't. Three of Pentacles. Whoever has this proposed friendship really wants it bad. You know why? Because it represented love. Is the energy available? Yes, hypothetically, but yeah, you can't live on a hypothetical. It has to come forward, and it has to make itself known. The way you so boldly declared your heart back here, they would have to do the same. And since they've already marked you with, well, if you don't come forward and work out shit with me, that's not what they want, but that's what they tell themselves they want, just like the rest of this. I'm in a certain box. I don't want to be in that box, but I assume the box is correct for me. So I fight like hell to maintain that particular box, and if you want to come visit me, you got to come visit me in my box. What they want is love. They want your love. Now they're not getting it. Mad. Whether or not that will happen, I do not know. This person would have to stop seeing things from their point of view and actually see yours in order to understand that not only is this available to them, it's achievable. They missed the friendship, but it is more than friendship, and it was more than friendship this whole fucking time. But told that to someone who wasn't reciprocating and was willfully not reciprocating. And how long did that go on? If they had feelings for you, they sure as hell went out of their way to not demonstrate it repeatedly, or to show you that they even really cared. Not in a way that was consistent, and not in a way that went beyond whatever their fucking criteria was for meeting or connecting. They want it to be cooperative again. I got news for them. This is their assignment, not yours. You already more than fulfilled your side of the assignment. You showed up with full heart and full passion from day one. That's why they say, ow, it hurts, you hurt me. Yeah, you took it away. But actually, no, you didn't. They did. They saw to it. They were an active participant in this. They had to have known what they were doing and what they weren't doing. They had to know what they were saying, what they weren't saying. They had to know. They had to have known that they were living in contrary to what they were feeling. And they had to relinquish control, and they couldn't do it. Yeah, to have that kind of energetic source available to you and then it's gone because that person's so fucking exhausted they can't do it anymore. And again, honey, your part is that you didn't give them a chance to earn it, because if you had given them a chance to earn it, you might have seen that it wasn't worth them trying from the very beginning. If they had earned your feelings, They would have had more to show for it, and it wouldn't have ended up in this place. But you knew you loved them almost instantly. You said you knew what you were doing. I believe you. And I also believe your heart is very honest. And I know what that's like. I think we all do. I'm giving you feelings you didn't necessarily earn, but I'm honest with mine. So I'm willing to try. I'm willing to put myself out there. Right? It's a scary thing. And as we can see, it can be a disastrous thing if somebody just takes it for granted and expects the dynamic to never change because they're afraid to change. If this ever happens, bringing the love back with the strength of heart and goodwill behind it to cooperate once more, it's really not on you to prove it, is it? The fact that they gave you an ultimatum says it's not your job. If they actually cared about you, they wouldn't have given you an ultimatum at all. They would have taken the fucking blinders off and said, oh, this is where I fucked up. Maybe my expecting Aries to come back around and work with me is a bit of a delusion. And one more thing that constitutes the overall problem that contributed to this relationship. My expectations were met constantly. But Aries wasn't. I let Aries down. I wouldn't change for Aries. Oh. So I'm just saying, is this possible? Yes, in theory, 100%. Will it happen? I don't know. I also know it's not your call. It was the simplest of lessons for this person to live with, to learn. If you want to explore love, you have to actively make the choice. Talk about it, communicate it, and be consistent with it. Show the other person that you're actually invested in them in the right ways and not just in the ways that you feel you have to control. It's the opposite of organic. It is the opposite of natural. Is it possible that they might connect with you for cooperation and showing up with a genuine heart? Yeah, I think they're manifesting it. I see you just trying to manifest peace. I need to get my heart back in order. I don't recognize this King of Cups. This King of Cups is all fucked up. I got myself all fucked up in this situation. I gave it more than I should, and I was overly flexible. And I love them way too much without them having to prove anything to me. Whew. That's a hard lesson to swallow. There's a reason you're not interacting. That's a hard fucking concept that you have to digest. That is your only responsibility. And even if you tried to re-engage with this person, and I strongly disagree with that, you're not in a position to do it. Not emotionally. Not emotionally, no. Your thoughts aren't sorted. Your heart's not sorted. Do you know how clear as fucking crystal your heart was? And now it's a mess. So no. Whatever their expectations are, I hope for once, honey, you don't fucking meet it. Because you've been meeting whatever their fucking expectations were this whole time, and look where it got you. Twisted and fucked up. So no. I hope you fail their expectations spectacularly, because you know what? It's not on you. They should be looking to themselves for their own fucking expectations. I'm mad. I don't like it. I know what it's like to have my stuff, my energy, my time taken for granted. I think everybody does. But when you see how far it runs like that, and how grossly out of hand it can get, yeah. You're not. You know what's ironic to me is that you're not even thinking about reconnecting them. You just know that stuff's not sitting in here well at all. And that's all you're trying to deal with right now. And they're over here looking at you like, you better clock in soon, or I'm going to really fire your ass. I'm really going to do it. Let them. For once, fail to meet this person's expectations, because every time you met them in the past, where did it get you? A little more hurt and a little more tired. Okay? For once, honey, I want to see you fail. You're the apt pupil here. You're the apt pupil paying attention. I'm alert. I'm gonna kill it this year. I'm gonna make all A's. You're the apt people. You brought your A game. And this person, I don't even know if this is B game. I don't even know if this is C game. I don't know what kind of game it is, but it's the weirdest control and expectation functions that even they can't quite define. I just know that you have to meet it in order to connect with them. And that fucked up. So that's not a good game at all. This, however, it's very simple, very easy. A game. If this person wants to reconnect with you so bad, even if it's under the guise of friendship, they need to get their heart in order. They need to get it cleaned up, and they have to be willing to break outside their precious schedule. There's fucking precious. This is my routine, and I can't deviate from it. Oh my God, I'm super scared. They have to be willing to do that. Actually explore their heart and speak to it. So yeah, is it possible for them? Yeah, it was a lesson they were supposed to have learned. For 100%. It's not your lesson, it's theirs. So you let them learn it. And if they don't, they won't. And if they do, they will. See how easy that is? Just like you did the whole time. You want to do something, so you did it until one day you couldn't, so you stopped. They need to learn that. If you want it, you'll make it happen. And it needs to come from the right place. Yeah, but otherwise it remains a theory. And hypotheticals are nice, but we can't live on hypotheticals, can we? No. But yeah, there's the resistance. Oh, I'm sure the 9th might be important. Of what month, I do not know. For some of you specifically, then it might be March 9th. There might be some energy. Oh, no. Never mind. Too hard. It's too hard. March is too hard. No. No. March is too hard. Can't do March. Excuses. Jesus Christ. Honey, if they ever have the glorious insight one day that you meant anything to them, they'll get off their ass, drop their pride and their sense of rigidity, and that it has to be my way to see how you actually looked. If they understood, God dang it, it's so simple. This is why they connected with you. They don't see it. If they did, they wouldn't have tried to control it to death, schedule it to death. I don't know. They would have allowed themselves to feel it, acknowledge it, recognize it as their higher form. But no, it's got to be a hard thing, right? When you realize you fucked up that bad, and to willfully try to see it from the other person's point of view, it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty. I know I fucked up bad with people, and I own my shit. And then I say, I'm sorry I did that. I've done it. It sucks. But if that other person means things to you, you'll work it out. You'll say it. You'll own it. I don't know if they can get out of space, honey. They're just showing me excuses. It's too hard. I don't have the energy. March isn't a good time. But it's got to be a hard thing to see yourself, how badly you might have fucked up in someone else's eyes that they just dropped you like that. So it's going to be much easier to say, you, Aries, hurt me. You want to work things out? You come back over here. It's that same fucking attitude that got them into trouble in the first place. And things come full circle. We don't learn our lessons. They come back around to bite us in the ass. So they say you got a limited time. So fucking full of self-negative, self-defeating, I can't, it's not a good time energy. Oh my God. It's all the negatives. They have the energy, they do, but they lie. And they say, now it's not a good time, it hurts, I have too much going on. It's all self-deceptive. They have the power, they act like they don't. They don't want to, that would be an admission that they did something wrong. That they mishandled the connection, yeah? Oh my God. The 10th, the 15th, the 19th, it's all Jesus. So negative. So fucking negative. Do they have the energy? Yeah. Do they say they don't? Yeah. Cancer season might be important. Taurus season might be important. I see the Five of Pentacles here attached to the Hierophant. In other words, we're still detached from the lesson about the strength of our heart and what it would actually like to do and how it would like to open up, etc. The 5th, the 15th might be important. Wheel of Fortune's in the reverse. It pretty much means the same thing in the upright. King of Wands. Meanwhile, you need to put yourself on pause. I completely agree. And don't expect anything from this person, nor should you. It was their expectations that caused an unreasonable amount of problems to begin with. Don't do anything. It's not your business. It's not your business. It's not your business. They're overdue for a lesson. Let them learn it. And if they don't, they don't. Like I said, if somebody wants to really work, if they actually want to understand what went down and why, they make the real effort. But if they accept it and they say it's all your fault, guess what they ain't trying to look at? Yeah. You just heal. That's all you need to do. Okay? That's enough. I can't believe this reading took up as long as it did. I really can't. I really can't. I really can't. I don't see any significant time markings that make any sense to me. Possibly summer. This person has excuses after, just like how they treated you. There is a reason why I do everything I do, and everything's always inconvenient. It's a burden to me. It's difficult. It's painful. I'm lying about that. I could actually make time for this if I wanted to, but it's not convenient. There's always something. Always fucking something. Jesus. Again, you're not looking to this person at all, so I don't even know why I did time checks. There's nothing out there that was significant other than the hardest possible references. Okay. So no, not anytime soon. I'm sorry, no. If you meant anything to them at all, and they understand that, they'll get the balls and come forward. I don't know if it's about balls. It's an admission that, okay, I see how, on my side of things, led to the natural reaction that you had. For that person, that might take a lot of balls. I don't know. They're used to being right. I know that. They have come to conflate the concept of being rigid equals right. That's a fallacy. Just because you're rigid and uptight about something doesn't mean you're right. That just means you got used to it. You got used to your own expectations and you expect other people to meet them. Like you don't have any. Like you don't have any fucking expectations, right? Three of Swords. I get it. My heart hurts. My friend hurt me. Okay. All right, I'm done. I'm done with this. If it happens, I couldn't say anything conclusive. I just know that the power is within them. But they need to ask themselves why they got hurt at all. Why are they hurt? Yep. But again, do not live on theory. And you're not. You're actually not. You fucked off. I have no idea where you are, except you're being quiet and you're healing. Oh my. If they ever want to move forward with you for reasons of real heart space and emotionality and love and respect, they'll make the effort and they'll mean it. Doesn't have to be a huge grand gesture. It could be, can we just talk about it? Please. Aquarius, Capricorn, Cancer, the crab. Someone's not listening to their intuition. Big dollar bill. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Oh boy. Libra, Cancer. Someone is listening to their intuition. The other person is not. Guess who was who? Taurus. Already said Libra. I said Libra. Okay. Sag, Feather, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I know I saw that part of you right here about your intellectualism, the acceptance here. You know what you're doing. I think you have some very strong Libra in your chart for some of you, absolutely, or Aquarius. But yeah, so Cancer, energy, Capricorn. A lot of medallions here today. Taurus, Libra. Okay. I was hoping to get some initials, guys. Nope. Oh, 1, L. Okay, great. The dragonfly, the zombie, doing things day in, day out, the unwillingness to transform. X, yeah, well, at that rate, I'm sure they are your ex. I'm sure that's true. Big masculine glasses, of course, and G. Okay, that's enough. The next round of readings are the 3-month overview. Like you, I could use a break from the love stuff. We gotta heal our own hearts, yeah? Focus on that. If they got an ultimatum, then honey, they were not meant to be in your life. The only time you give ultimatums is when you absolutely have to. And even then, what does that say about a relationship if you have to put an ultimatum on it? Okay. It's over. If you have to give anyone an ultimatum and they don't want it to be, FYI, they don't. They got big feeling from you. That's what they miss. They don't want it to be, but they're acting like they do. And by that, I don't think it was verbally spoken to you. I'm saying this is their inner system. Again, part of this weird sense of control they actually do not have, but they insist that they do or that they need, which justifies their inflexibility and their inability to change. It has to be like this. So they are triggering this, it's going to end. I'm going to officially end this spiritual connection, which, by the way, they can't. It's a spiritual connection. I'm going to officially end it. It's going to be officially over if Aries doesn't come forward by whatever the fuck that is to them. They seem to be pretty good about that kind of energy. This is what I say. This is what I say. This is how I do it. This is how I planned it. I'm not going to change that unless I say so. And I expect you to play along. I mean, again, so if it's really like that, then it's best they passed you by. Memories be damned. It's clearly not worth it to the pain that you felt over this. And if they really give a shit, and they actually have real feeling in here, with real constructive efforts, then they'll do that. But it's not for you. It's not for you to do. You're not in a position anyway. Okay. I mean, if you're going to have balls the right way, not the wrong way. I don't know what this weird-ass game of chicken they're playing with you spiritually or energetically, but it's weird. If you're going to have balls, then they need to be good ones. This is what works. This is what sells. Have they ever heard you attract more flies with honey than vinegar? Like, I don't know. I don't even know if that's the right expression. Whatever. I'm horrible with that. Okay, you guys, put in the comments as you see fit. Little bit of flexibility goes a long way. God, the inflexibility of will, the inflexibility of thinking. Because I have this plan in place, I have to see it that way. It's no wonder they're fucking miserable. Life just doesn't work like that. There's no room for ingenuity. There is no room for spontaneity. There is no room for anything that doesn't say, okay, this could work for me. I'm sorry. I'm blown away. I haven't seen one like this, and I don't know if ever. Oh, okay, that's enough. Put in the comments as you see fit. I'll see you in a couple weeks, honey. In 3 months, we're going to keep it focused on the self and what everyone's doing in the general sense, and just let the love energy settle, like I said. Okay, take care. Be well.